Grade 12s, today we are doing Pythagoras type questions that you answer on the Cartesian plane. Let's look at this example. It says if tan theta is equal to 3 over 4, so if tan theta is equal to 3 over 4, and theta is an angle between 180 and 360, so there's your two restrictions. Then they say calculate without the use of a calculator. So without the use of a calculator and with the aid of a diagram, the value of the following. So let's start. So step 1 is write the function down. So tan theta is equal to 3 over 4. Can you see there's nothing in front of tan and there's nothing after tan, which means the function has been isolated. Can you see this tan is a positive? So if I look at my Cartesian plane, all functions are positive there. Only sine is positive. Only tan is positive. Only cos is positive. So tan is a positive where all is positive and over here. Then we have another restriction. It says that the angle is between 180 and 360 degrees. So this is 0, this is 90, this is 180, and this is 270, back to 360. So our angle is between 180 and 360. So do you agree it's either in this quadrant or in this one? So you always ask yourself, where do I have two ticks? So I have two ticks here in quadrant 3. I'm going to draw my diagram in quadrant 3. So grade 12, here is my diagram. This is X and this is Y. I'm in quadrant 3 and tan theta is Y. Remember, this is my Y value over my X value. So I have to work out R. Before we start, let's make a note. In quadrant 1, X and Y is a positive. In quadrant 2, X is a negative, but Y is a positive. In quadrant 3, X is a negative and Y is a negative. In quadrant 4, X is a positive and Y is a negative. Okay, so just remember that. So here is X and that is Y. So X goes first. So this is X and that is Y. So step number 2 is calculate the missing side. So if I have Y and I have X, then R is missing. So remember, we use Pythag to calculate R. So Pythag says R squared is X squared plus Y squared. So Pythag in brackets. So R squared is X is negative 4. My Y is negative 3. And this will give me 25. So R is 5. Let's answer the question. So grade 12, so far, you have a mark for choosing the correct quadrant and you have a mark for working out R. So now we're going to start with the questions. They say you must calculate this. A, sine 2 theta. Oh, remember, let's put this in. This whole angle is theta. So now let's look at the question. Number A says calculate sine 2 theta. Now remember, this 2 theta, if I look at my diagram, there's no 2 theta. The angle is theta. So I have to change the 2 theta to only a theta. So I have to change this to somehow have something like that. So this is on my formula page. It's a double angle. It's 2 sine theta cos theta. And now I have theta. Can you see? I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Sine is y over r. Cos is x over r. So now I'm going to use my diagram to substitute. According to my diagram, y is negative 3 and r was 5. X is negative 4 and r was 5. I can put this all on my calculator, although it said don't use the calculator. You must just remember, don't write your answer as a decimal. And that's your answer for that one. Number B said calculate cos 2 theta. Again, I'm going to tell you there's only a theta in the diagram. not a 2 theta. So I'm going to have to change cos 2 theta. And remember, I have 3 options. I'm just going to choose one of them. So I'll choose this one, 2 cos squared theta minus 1. So that's a double angle. And then I'm just going to replace cos theta now with x over r. But remember, everything is squared, minus 1. Now I'm just going to replace using my diagram. So x is negative 4, r is 5, everything squared, minus 1. And then I'll put this part on the calculator. It gives me 32 over 25 minus 1. And my final answer is 7 over 25. Our last question is C. Calculate tan 2 theta. 2 theta is not in my diagram. So I have to rewrite 2 theta. But tan doesn't have a double angle. So I'm going to write tan as sine 2 theta over cos 2 theta. Okay, now instead of expanding, this was the answer to number A that we did, and this was the answer to number B that we did. So number A's answer was 24 over 25. That was sine 2 theta. And remember, number B's answer was 7 over 25. So I'm just going to replace it there. I'm going to say 24 over 25. Let me use another color. Over. And then my last answer was 7 over 25. And then this final answer here is 24 over 7. And that's how you do questions using the Cartesian plane.